Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? Sick Eric back again with another video, and today we have the LG G8 in the house. I decided to go for the G8 to try it out. I went for the G7, was not impressed. I guess the 4 gigabytes of RAM had issues with my device, but that being said, I decided to check out the G8 because it seems like a nice device, and honestly I was just really wanting it for the red color. It seems like a smaller version of the LG V40, same design, a couple little features here and there. So today we're going to be doing a first impressions quick unboxing of this. I know there's a whole bunch of unboxings out there and there's not really that much stuff in the box, so LG is very simple with their packaging. So here's some details on the back. And then stuff on the bottom, Qualcomm, DTSX, blah blah blah, Meridian, shit like that. There's really not much on here. LG is very simple with their packaging. It kind of pisses me off that they don't include fancy stuff like Samsung, you know. So let's get this done and over with, and then we'll do a first impressions, set up the device, show you guys a walk through of the device. So of course you're greeted by your cloth. Typical stuff LG has been throwing in there. On top you got the phone, air motion, hand ID, crystal sound OLED, which means the sound comes from the display, which is pretty cool, and Google Assistant button. So far it feels really nice in the hand, really heavy, a lot more heavier than the V40. Let's go ahead and set that aside. Now this is the T-Mobile variant, 6 gigabyte, 128 gigs. SIM card shit, your second year promise, typical stuff, your booklets, and your SIM ejection tools in here as well. Not gonna open that up. And you got your charger brick, same one that came with the V40, obviously. Specs right there if you guys want to check it out. And your USB to USB type C charging cable. Like I said, no headphones. One day LG will include some high quality headphones on their carrier versions, but until then we just have to settle for the actual phone. So let's go ahead and put that shit aside. And this is the LG G8. We're just going to call it the G8. They're calling it a ThinQ. And let's go ahead and slide it out of here. Let's go peel this off. And here is the device. So it feels really nice in the hand, has some weight to it. Sort of reminds me of the Galaxy S9 Plus. Of course, it does have the same battery as the S9 Plus. It's a 3500 milliamp hour. So let's go ahead and peel the stickers off. They peel off nicely. And you get a warning on the back. Of course, you cannot remove the battery. No shit. So wow, this is a beautiful color. I don't know if you guys could check that out, but this is just gorgeous. This red, carmine red on the LG G8 is absolutely gorgeous. You got your frame that's red as well. Let's see if we can zoom in or focus here. So yeah, really nice carmine red on the LG G8. So it feels really nice in the hand. Feels a little bit thick, but it just has a nice feeling to the hand. So let's go ahead and power it on. Same button layout as the LG V40. The buttons don't stick out as much. They're a little bit flush, but that's okay. They still feel really nice. Like I said, this is the T-Mobile variant. So let's go ahead and get down some specs. This is running the Snapdragon 855 with 6 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of internal storage. You do have micro SD card expansion on the side, so that is really nice. This is also your SIM tray. On the right hand side you have your power button, as you can see right there. See if we can get this to focus. You got your power button. Up top you have a microphone with some antenna bands. On the left hand side you have your volume rockers, your Google Assistant button, and this hole right here apparently is for air pressure for the camera for some reason. It's not a mic because the cameras sit flush on the underneath the phone. Apparently this is controls air pressure with the cameras moving around in there. That's what I heard. A couple antenna bands over here. On the bottom you got USB Type-C, a microphone, your headphone jack with the infamous quad DAC on LG, 32-bit, and then your speaker grill. And then you also have some antenna bands as here at the bottom. On the back of the device, let's see if we can get this to focus. On the back of the device, you got your LG branding, your G8 logo, a fingerprint sensor, which is nice, it's on the back, and then your cameras, your regular wide angle and your regular sensor with the flash. So that is really, really cool that there is no camera bump for the cameras. Very, very impressed by that. It just has a really nice look to it and a real premium look. It would have been better if it was actual red. That way it doesn't stand out as much, but it is what it is. But yeah, really, really nice color. Beautiful device. Very, very excited to have this in the house. And over here on the top you have your camera, your front facing camera, which is an 8 megapixel, and you have all your sensors in here, your infrared, time of flight sensor, I think LG is calling it their Z camera, and this helps with your facial recognition and the air gestures and the hand ID, which honestly I probably won't be using the air gestures or the hand ID, just the face unlock, and that's fine because this phone is a complete powerhouse as far as everything else. It's a nice phone, has good specs, and it should be a great phone even without those gimmicky stuff. So very, very nice. As you can see, the bezels are a little bit chunky, sort of like the V40, but you do have less of a bezel than you did on the G7. So let's go ahead and I'll go ahead and set this up and then check back with you guys. Don't go anywhere. Alright, so we're back, so we're going to go ahead and set up the fingerprint sensor on here, and then we'll do some Face ID and see what else we could do as far as setting it up. So we're going to go ahead and do a pin. I always do a pin, require a pin to turn on phone. Secondly, require a pin, phone reboots. No thanks. Enter pin to 30 attempts. I'm going to hit no thanks for now. So I'll go ahead and set a pin. Next, confirm, and then now we're going to go ahead and place fingerprint on the back and set up the fingerprint sensor. Now this is your typical capacitive fingerprint sensor, but hey, it's old technology, but it's the most reliable and it just works. So props for LG for keeping it simple and not including an in-display fingerprint sensor. Yeah, it's cool and all, but this just works. So home screen setup, we're going to do home screen, app drawer, and set it up. So let's go ahead and hit later for that, and then swipe away. So this is the device right here. So we're going to go ahead and unlock it, and you have that awesome wallpaper, which is really, really cool. Nice. It just goes through the forest. So let's go ahead and set up Face ID on this bad boy. Let's go ahead and go to where's the settings? Alright, so let's go ahead and go into settings, and then we're gonna go ahead and change this to list view just because it's easier. And we're gonna go to lock screen and security. And then we're going to go to face unlock. So we're going to go ahead and set up some face unlock right now and see how this goes. And then so hold your phone at your level of your eye with front camera and circle, so and scan. Move your head around as you can see right there. And it got it. And you can now unlock your phone with your face. So raise to wake or swipe to unlock. For privacy, swipe unlock, your face recognized. Let's go ahead and keep it for just to raise to wake. And boom. That is really, really fast. So unlock it really, really quick. So let's try this whole hand ID thing, which is the gimmick. So unlock your phone with your hand. Hand ID is a secondary screen lock that results in your phone being less secure. Permissions, the data for your hand will be saved only to your phone. You can delete your hand data in settings, lock screen security. Tap next to add your hand. Alright, let's go ahead and check this shit out. So purely a gimmick, I think, especially the gestures, but we're going to go and try it out. So hit next. Type in pin. Position your hand 6 to 8 inches away from your palm. Should be facing the front camera. After your hand is recognized, slowly lower it. So hit start. Sorry. Bring your hand closer until you can only see the yellow. And just keep bringing it closer until you go all the way down to the bullseye. You successfully scan your hand. Having the phone in your hand, having the phone on the table for best results. So let's go ahead and continue. Let's go ahead and do it in my hand. So down, boom. So closer until the yellow covers the white circle. Position your hand 6 inches away. Alright. So there we go. Alright, it's still reading it. It's a little finicky. There we go. Still a little finicky. And we got it. Hopefully, I think. You now unlock your phone with your hand. So let's try this shit. Cover the phone to wake. Swipe to unlock. Let's do cover the phone to wake. And boom. Unlock the device. Really, really cool. Like I said, more of a gimmick than it is anything. And there you go. You unlock your phone. You do have the option to swipe to unlock and whatnot. So that being said, first impressions of the device, it's got some weight to it. It feels really, really nice in the hand. It's got a 3500 milliamp hour battery, so about the same size as the Galaxy S9, which is reminding me of, because the S9 was a pretty heavy phone, and that's what this is reminding me of the S9. So it feels really nice in the hand, got some weight. The V40 was a really light phone. The G7 was a really light phone. But I like that this has some, it just makes it feel more premium. As far as the whole hand ID stuff, it's pretty cool, but it's more of a gimmick. The facial unlock is really, really fast. No issues here. So really secure as well. So you won't be able to fool this with a picture of your face. So really, really nice. Other than that, this is a really, really premium feeling phone. I'm excited to see how this whole Android Pie is working on LG, since it's more of a stock like LG skin over Android, and LG's UI isn't that great. So I'll probably install Nova Launcher on this just to make it a little bit better. But let's go ahead and go into settings, and then we'll go into display, and let's check out some gestures, see if there's any gestures on here. Screen timeout, let's go ahead and change that to 2 minutes because that's what I always do. Home screen buttons, let's do gestures and buttons at the bottom. Show and hide icon, hide open. So to slide it, you could go into your recents for your gestures, or you could hit home To go into your app drawer, you just click on app drawer. You swipe on over, you got your Google feed. Hit back, swipe on over. You got your recent menu. Hit it to go home. So yeah, it's not really much of a gesture, it's just a pill, but it does work and it does look pretty nice. So I wish it had more of gestures, like as far as swiping up and down, but it is what it is. It's more like the Pixel. But yeah, this has been my first impressions of the LG G8. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for some future videos on this. Don't forget to hit that little notification bell for future content on this device. I'm very excited to be using it. And stay tuned, guys, for more coverage of the LG G8. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.